Kaspa's looking more bullish than any other project across the board. It's preparing for a massive leg to the upside. We can all realize this is a cup and handle formation that's beginning to brew on the Kaspa chart. This summer, there was another cup and handle formation that played out going from 5 cents all the way to 15 cents. This one has a resistance level that we'll find around 20 cents. Thus, the breakout number is 60 cents based on the previous cup's model. Now, we can look into these two other charts and get massive information. This one with all these arrows, each one is showing an FOMC meeting. You can see he's balancing between keeping inflation tame with these purple arrow meetings and keeping the economy stimulated with these orange arrows. And he does a balance between the two. The previous meeting we had was a purple arrow. Now, with the KRC20 upgrade, the Kaspa team knows this phenomenon. Once Powell goes up and even hints at rate cuts, it's going to be risk on, and Kaspa's marketplace is going to absolutely be flying, in part by all the market makers will be interested in owning Tether, a stable coin that's not ERC20 and not Tron, TRC20. Believe it or not, Tron is the second place leader, and Ethereum and Tron, in terms of stablecoin Tether, have a significant lead over the rest of the market. So having a much more decentralized, faster, scalable, better solution like Kaspa is exactly what this entire blockchain was designed for. It's a bullish momentum for the market makers, thus correlating exactly with this added liquidity. This helps out the big fish. It's not designed for the smaller players. We've got to be smart enough to align with these guys to profit from it, which we are. And they're about to get a massive stimulus check as Powell gets up there and starts hinting at rates. Looking at the DXY chart, it's telling us the exact same story. We showed this chart a few weeks ago around May 17th, May 15th, when it had taken this massive leg down. The reason why it dipped so hard was because they doctored the numbers on the urban price of goods. This is part of CPI, part of that big June 15th report that's been driving Kaspa to the moon historically. They whacked the price of coffee off because it was so overpriced, getting closer to a beat so they can reduce inflation, etc. We had assumed incorrectly that the dollar was going to recover fast. It's not, and this is good. This is exactly what we want. It's actually crashing. And once it starts to create a new lower low below 104, that will be another monster bullish driver. Looking at the Kaspa chart directly, using our X and Y axis Fibonacci charting method, for any of you guys who think that this chart looks busy, keep in mind it's only two trend lines. A resistance repeating trend line, and then the support repeating trend line. Skipping the details of how this system works, we can see that there is a potential on the bearish side for Kaspa to get held back at this X-axis Fibonacci pitch, leaving us with a 13-cent Kaspa directly on the June 15th meeting. But the market would be just laying down and giving money away at that point. There's no way they're going to make it that easy, specifically with the KRC20 and that multiple colored arrow chart we just looked at. We're not the only guys clever enough to put this breakout together. Instead, once Kaspa breaks away from this X-axis channel, it has clear runway to about 15 and some change. There, it will reach the Y-axis red and blue zone, and it can be held there at 15.5 until June 15th, or break even higher to 17 and some change. So we're looking at a range of 15.5 to 17.5 as we're entering Powell's FOMC meeting. Now keep this in mind. Trading FOMC meetings is a beast within itself. You need an entirely new skill set. Watch the charts. Right when Powell gets up in front of those cameras, they'll all start shaking out the high volume leverage traders. Boom, 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 boom. Massive volatility. Then there's often a 48 to 72 hour fake out in the exact opposite direction of the next dynamic move, like we were showing with those arrows. They'll usually fake you out before doing that. We're going to break to the upside, finding massive resistance around this purple trend line, getting back into the 20 to 60 zone. Now, with a rounded bottom formation, everybody always connects this with cup and handle. There's not always a need for a handle to be formed on a rounded bottom for it to get massive upside. You can just break directly out and follow through with that trade. Now, for everybody who's loading the boat with Kaspa leverage positions right now, keep two things in mind. One, you're not going to close these down and take profit around 20 cents. You hold these all the way until 50, 60 cents. Number two, when you close these down, make sure that you don't close it and then just initially reinvest it back in cold storage. You either wait for the correlating pullback or invest it into an artificial intelligent pick like Spectral. This runs on Base, Ethereum, has connections with Arbitron. Polychain Capital has listed this, has a very bullish looking chart. We're throwing out a challenge to everybody watching this video right now. Do your best fundamental research on this. And then within the next 72 hours, we'll be posting a 24-point checklist on this project, and you'll be able to see firsthand how much more our research method is able to uncover, show you, and put the pieces together on how this project works as an investment and a crypto in general. It's very insightful, super cool stuff. Jumping over to alphascan.xyz, Kaspa's getting so popular. It's actually ranked number 6 right now, just behind Pepe coin, which means we've got a lot of momentum, and we know why. This is well deserved. Scrolling down a bit, we can see in the top 10, very close, is Powell AI. We actually have a technical analysis charting read on this Alex Becker pick inside of our group. Scrolling down a bit farther, we can actually see DEAI, but they've incorrectly linked it on this website with D-Layer crypto instead of the real DEAI. In fact, D-Layer only had $50 worth of volume traded on it today. So there is no way that all these tweets are about D-Layer. They're in fact talking about another project entirely, not a government agency. And as we continue to scroll down on this, we would have to go through pages upon pages before finally reaching Spectre, ticker SPEC, the one you guys can do your fundamental research on. One of the points is noting how popular it is on social media. And of course, alphascan.xyz is one of the many tools that we use when we're deciphering the value of any cryptocurrency. Super excited for this Kaspa breakout, guys. This is going to be life-changing for lots of us. If I was a new trader right now with $10,000, I would absolutely go all in on Kaspa, waiting to diversify this fall. Keep in mind, there's tons of new listings coming up in the artificial intelligence sector. Governments are throwing money into artificial intelligence because it's the weapon that's going to help them control the world. Forget about bombs. Forget about night goggles for Navy SEALs. All they need is a super smart AI, and they can control their population and the world itself. So the race for AI is on, and the amount of money that they're throwing into it is not measurable. Right now, the stock market, completely dominated by 7 stocks. The rest of them are all in the toilet. Those 7 stocks: Facebook, Microsoft, Google, Apple, Nvidia, just to name a few. What do they all have in common? They all do artificial intelligence. You could almost say that AI has wrapped its tentacles around the stock market. Next up is cryptocurrency. We can get ahead of the curve right now. Thanks for checking this video out, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. For those of you guys looking for cold storage cards, Tangent's now running a white series. This is a great way to introduce friends and family to crypto. Remember the first time someone tried to pitch you on buying Bitcoin? Subconsciously, there's something about cold storage and the fact that you can lose everything if you drop your passwords that's very disenchanting for people when they first come across the idea of crypto. These look like debit cards. If you've already got the black series, now you can get them in white for maybe one's your hodl bag, maybe one's your quick trading bag. Also, pitch your friends and family on this. When you use discount code JesseAI, we whack a couple bucks off, and you're automatically enrolled in the affiliate marketing plan. So as you help your friends and family out, you'll get kickbacks deposited right in your wallet on the TRC Tron network Hopefully in the future, they'll be moving it directly to Kaspa. We'll catch you on the next one.